It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Hawks and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from Santa Clara. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here come the 49ers, and they are led by Brock Purdy. You know the story, taken last in the 2022 draft. The last two seasons, he has led the Niners deep in the playoffs, and it's his third season, Greg, as the QB for San Francisco.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the number one goal of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
Here's 2nd and 2. Purdy works out of the pistol. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. He'll let one go downfield for Jennings. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Niners. It's a gain of 34.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to the air is Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Open man is Jennings. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a 1st down.
The NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Christian McCaffrey.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's to the 1st-round rookie from Florida, Ricky Pearsall.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. This one caught at the 4. And he will dive into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Williams now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple of years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league. Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
We'll try and run it with Walker. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Back deep for the Niners, Jacob Cowling. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The 49ers offense ready now for their second drive. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey, first down and more. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second down and 3. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Again in the air for Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
On the handoff, McCaffrey. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal coming up. They find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. It'll be first and goal when we come back. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Good blocking, and he's in. Brock Purdy. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers move out on top, 14-0. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, it's Williams. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Now Walker. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, Smith. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Gino. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a first half to forget on their offensive side of the ball. It just seems like it's been a snowball effect. Bad plays are leading to even worse plays, and that sack being the largest setback in the game that's been full of them.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. 1st and 10. He'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He'll let it go deep left sideline. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum, because so far they've come out hot in this one.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Smith. Metcalf with the grab. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
The tight end Fant in motion. A 2nd down throw for Smith. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. Second down and 8. The tight end Fant in motion. They'll go play action. It's Smith. There's the big tight end Fant. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Play action now. It's Gino. He's got it at about the 8, and he will get into the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's now 14-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Ronnie Bell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Purdy works out of the pistol. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Smith connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 2nd down, Smith. Oh, and that ball's intercepted. Charvarius Ward with the pick. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Gino to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have the Seahawks 1st down. They convert in style. Huge play on 4th and long.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The tight end Fant in motion. They go play. No chance at all. He'll go down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Smith. That one knocked away and incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack. 2nd down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Throwing again is Purdy. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and that will lead to a 2nd down. To throw once more, it's Purdy. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Moody's kick is good. And the 49ers have run out to a 24-7 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Walker. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Second and a yard. On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the pistol, here's Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On play action, Smith. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
Well, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, that ball was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Niners offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 9. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. Still 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and long. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. The 49ers out to punt this one. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Smith now. He'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Smith. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Smith. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They get 24 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
And you love to see this. You find yourself here in the 4th quarter. Your team is trailing. You're trying to do anything possible to see if you can create some sort of late spark. He goes big-time effort on the layout catch, and he's able to pull it in and see if it could be a little bit of a spark here late in this ballgame.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run the toss with Walker. The Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running takes them down to the 9.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Here's Walker. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Second and goal. They'll run with Walker. Powering forward. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks back within 10. It's now 24-14. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. 49ers offense ready to get back to work. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
Downfield, he's got the big target, Jennings. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row and another first down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Purdy gonna put it up again. Samuel has it working in the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Back to the air again is Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Throwing again is Purdy. And he'll take it on in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Moody now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Williams now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Gino now on 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Smith. This one taken in by Chenault. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. Now Gino. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Makes the score Niners 31, Seahawks 21.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Brock Purdy and the NFC champs back out to begin this next drive. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. They run once more with McCaffrey. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Jake Mooney on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
Make some good plays today.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.